Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426 and today we have the review of the Gundam Converge White Base. Now last weekend I made a unboxing video of this and it was amazing. I was really surprised by the box size. Once again, this I could have only been able to actually purchase this if thanks to my tax returns, and I'm really grateful that I actually took a break from college for a year and took a job from Bandai Namco. I'm really glad, and this was a amazing year for me. Currently, I am no longer working in Bandai Namco due to other policies and such, but I am still working in a different company, and I am feeling really great, even though I'm a little bit tired, but I'm feeling really a lot of accomplishments and achievements. Alright, now let's get on to the review. Now, while this is a review, I would also like to make an announcement that I will be now remaking or start recontinuing to make Gundam Converge reviews. Now, I have made a few, like I believe I made 3 or 4 of them. They're going to be like less than 5 minutes. It's going to be a short review since there's not much to actually show with Converges. So, and I do have a good number of them, so I thought it would be fun to make actual reviews of these small figurines. Alright, so let's get on to the review. Now, first of all, this setup, yes, this gigantic thing cannot actually fit in my usual setup, so I'm using the same setup that I made as, I'm using the same setup that I use as my HG Psycho Gym setup, which is just right on top of my, sort of, like, other stuff, basically. So, I guess a lot of you guys are wondering how big this is. Now, in terms of centimeters, as far as I remember, this was supposed to be like 36 centimeters in length. But when it comes to height now, it's currently on an action base, but you can see like how big this thing is. You can technically put a whole master grade on it, and it still will be, holding up. So it's very big. If you guys want the details, just ask me on the comments, and I will I will also reply you with like the details, like how long and how much the height is, because I think this thing has been advertised enough or a good amount of times to be known about at this point. If you are like following the Converge lines. Alright, now let's get on to the review. Now, there's not much to actually show you guys. Now, this is the normal retail version, which is about $200+. There is a premium Bandai version, which I believe the only difference is that you get the Project V Converges set. So you get a RX-78, you get a gun tank and gun cannon, and I believe you get a core fighter. I could be wrong on the core fighter, but you get those, and you get like a half of this part clear version, I believe. So that's the only difference. So if you really don't care about the clear parts, or you don't really care about the Project V Converges, that's fine. You can just get this version as well. Now, first of all, once you buy this, what you get, of course, is that you get the white base itself. You do not get the converges that you see right now. I just want to point that out. Now, other than that, you do get its cannons, its mega part. Well, its cannons on the side. I took this part off because this actually has like a lot of interesting ways to show or present it. So that's why. And I really do like the looks. It only comes in pure gray, but I believe originally it has like multiple colors on this as well. So. If you're a little bit picky, you're gonna have to color this. So, and I hope you guys can hear my voice, because when I'm on a different setup, I'm not really sure if you guys can actually hear my voice. Other than that, you can open this compartment, and there you go. The prototype Gundam likes doing that. Come on, and if you open this compartment, you know what? That's it. You get, okay, originally with the instruction manual, you're supposed to get 3 of these gums. I have only 2 because I chewed one up already. So yeah, they're kind of in Now, I did mention in my other Converge reviews that if usually in Korea, if you buy a Converge, they don't give you these, but since this one I ordered from Japan directly, I was able to get these gums, and I'm going to chew them later and enjoy them. Alright, so that's pretty much it for what you get, of course. And of course, it's on an action base of its own, so that's also what you get. And now let's get on to the review. Now I'm going to go a little bit to the side now and lower the angle, and here we go. Now you can open both sides. You can open left and right. So I'm going to only show you guys on one side, so keep that in mind. Oh, and one more thing. Um, this part I wasn't too aware of is that this part right over here, you can take this part off. I hope I can by not breaking it. I don't know why they did this, but it's good. But you can take this part off, and these things come in all individual like plates, so keep that in mind. You can replace it with this, so it's like in non-battle mode state. But I like to put this one on because it looks pretty good, and the turret itself does have some articulation itself, so that's good. These ones are on pegs, so they can rotate around, but they're not going to be smooth. So that's another detail or information. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for that cut that just happened. Now, when I first turned on my camera, it had at least 2 bars, so I thought it was okay, but it suddenly shut off. So I had to go back and recharge my camcorder. Once again, I just mentioned what you get, so now let's get into the detailed review. So I'm going to move my camcorder here, and then lower the angle a little bit, and see what we got here. Now for the white base, you can actually open the hangers like from the front and on the side. So this also works on the other side, so you can actually open both sides if you want to. And you can put in or store in 3 converges right over here. You can see that I put it the rare version of the Gym Cannon, or the secret version of the Gym Cannon Converge, and then I put in the Gundam Origins versions of the Gun Tank, which I will be reviewing, someday as well. So you can put them on the back, and you have one. You can put one on the front. Here is the prototype Gundam in Gundam Converge form. Yes, this is an actual thing. Now, so you can put in total of 3. Of course, you can pretty much, if you get rid of these kind of stuff right over here, like the hanger items, like you can see, like there's some details like going on. So if you remove all these stuff, and I guess you can squeeze in 4, but I don't think you want to do that. So yeah, you can open up, and then you can close them up from the side like this. So it works pretty well, and then you can close the front like that. And another detail I should mention is that this isn't exactly a detail, but the only issue I'm having was, especially on this side, is this part. This thing does not actually feel locked in place, so it does feel like it falls off time to time. I do not know why, but oh well. And then I'm gonna look. And then the front hanger, you have this part, which actually does move forward and backward if you push it around. So that's that. And there's some stuff now. Being the white base, now it is meant to hold in mobile suits, of course, or Gundam Converges in this case. However, there are certain converges that you cannot put in. For example, the EX series, especially the mobile armor converges. Like for example, we have the Kushateria right over here. It won't fit in, obviously, so you cannot put that in there. Or stuff like that wasn't built in the 1-year war era, such as like the Bi-Ireland. You can put in like stuff from the Zeta Gundam series. However, the Bi-Ireland, for example, is one of those cases that you can't, because it's too wide to the side. I mean, you can squeeze it in or force it in or put it in the side like this. That's possible, but you cannot put that in as well. So there are some limits. Or sometimes you gotta think. Like for example, the Gym Semi-Striker. Now, because of the weapon, putting it like this, or if you put it in the front, I guess you can work it out. But if you put it in this side, it might be hard because you have to wedge the weapon in first. So you might have an easier time putting it on the other side, because that opens on the other side. So that's that. Or putting in like the Gundam's Sesquide, or this version, the Titans version, or Titans color version of the Gundam Sesquide or Sesquide. I really don't know how to pronounce it because it has a Q in it. So for example, you don't put these stands right over here. You don't put it together, so you can put it in like this, but the problem is the weapon. So certain mobile suits or certain like mobile suit converges might have some tricky getting inside the white base. So you gotta really plan like what you're gonna put in, or in what order are you gonna put in. So you might need to think about that part. So that's that. I'm gonna close this part out and then pretty much go into the next phase, or the other part. Now this thing does come with a action base. Here's the side part. You see this has an action base. However, there's no actual plugs or like pegs or latches. You pretty much just put you lie the white base on top of the base, on the action base. You can see there was, oops, well, you see there's actually no pegs around here, so you just gotta pretty much lie it down like this, and hopefully that it doesn't fall off. Also, you gotta sort of balance the white base a little bit, so yeah. But it would have been better to put it like a peg, so at least you get like that confirmation of being it safe or not like break anything. And I just drop the converge. All right. The next thing is the cannon parts. The cannon parts. Now you get these two pieces for each side. Now what you can do is that you can open this up and then you reveal two things. You have a peg or hole. You have a peg right over here, and you have two holes here. First, what you can do is that you can put this thing right over here. You have also two pegs here. You can put the cannon on top and then attach it to those two holes like that. So it looks like it's shooting from the side, and yeah. Or secondly, you can also, now there's a squarish hole right over there. You can, I believe you have to go in this way and then plug it in like that. And there you go. You have the cannon on the side. Problem is, if you want to have it like an empty thing, you can put that piece inside there, but you cannot put this thing inside that place. So that is one downside. Also, this thing has an interesting locking mechanism. If you saw my unboxing video, you guys saw me try to open up the side from here. The reason why I was not able to do that is because this was locked in place. You have to, it came in like this. So with this, you cannot open the side. So you have to pull it back, and then you can unlock the side part like that. So that's really an interesting mechanism that you don't really see every day in like conversion line, definitely. Now, as you can see, it's kind of wobbly, but it does not actually fall by itself, so no need to worry about that part. Oh yeah, so when I do say converges, but I'm mostly mentioning Gundam Converges. However, there is other converges, such as from the Vodam series. There's one from the Code Geass series, and there's a few more. And there are also Converge Kamen Rider figures, like this one from Build Kaizoku Densha. You can put in the Kamen Rider Converge figures if you want to do so. So really up to you. Other than that, there's not much to show. I mean, this is really one of those expensive products meant for really maniacs or Gundam like nuts, or like Gundam Converge figure nuts. So yeah, unless you're really a hardcore collector, you won't be really buying this normally. And once again, I wish that was a really clear piece, but it turns out to be just like a bland yellow piece on it. So that's sad. But once again, I really love how this thing looks, and I do love the fact that I can put in Gundam Converges inside this thing. Now, once again, if you're into panel line, there's a lot of opportunity to panel line this product. And once again, I really hope they do make more such ships with these. I really hope they can make the Albion or General Revel or the Diva from Gundam Age in Converge form, and which you can actually store in Gundam Converges as well. So that would be amazing. I wouldn't be surprised if they made an Archangel out like in a similar fashion. That I would totally buy. Of course, it would be much more expensive, although that's just my guess. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the review. If you guys got any questions or requests, leave a comment below. I still have more stuff to buy and build and make reviews out, so please stay tuned. Until then, see you guys next time.